Breaking news now, exclusively from Blue Eye Media. Learn the inside real truth you won't get anywhere else.
Oh, wow.
County of all places. That Donald Trump is just a symptom of a broken system. Yes. Donald Trump is the giant pus on the face of oligarchs in this country. And oligarchs don't start in Trump Tower with $1 million from Daddy. Oligarchs and tyrants start here. They start on the local level. And I want everyone here to know that protesting is step one. Making a sign, coming out, being with your community is step one. We all need to engage in our local politics, in our school boards, in our town councils, in our county government, in our state government. We are never going to be free of the insane version of the Republican Party that we see today if we do not stand up and do something. And doing something is more than showing up on a day like today. Some of you folks were with me in Morristown. That was a rough day to protest in the rain that day, right? But protesting isn't just showing up in the rain, showing up when it's sunny. It's showing up for your community when it's not about Donald Trump. When it's about your town council putting through an anti-homeless ordinance. It's when your county government tears down a gazebo because homeless people were using it. That happened here in Sussex County this past year. And there's folks going to commissioner meetings now, there's folks going to their town council meetings now, but that is where we need to start. Everybody here needs to be going to their town council meetings, their county commissioner meetings, running for office, and engaging with their local parties. I know we want to talk about Trump in office, right? He's insane. I don't think it's controversial to say that to this crowd. But Donald Trump will never hear from you. No, he will never. You will never be at that round table. And if you do get a chance to be in front of your Republican legislators, like Tom King Jr., who would never hold town hall. The last time Tom King Jr. was in Sussex County, it was to fill a campaign ad right over there. That is what they think of this county, and that is what they think of you. So even if you get in front of them, they are never going to sincerely listen to you and enact change. That is where we all come in. We need to push our party further left, we need to push our country further left, and be the progressive land of opportunity that we are supposed to be. Party rule, but that's what we have in this county. We're standing up to no kings because Donald Trump is a tyrant who thinks that he can control the world, but we have tyrants here in this county we need to stand up to, and I need each and every one of you to help with that fight, to help with that mission. We're going to hold on for the motorcycle parade going on over here. How many of you, I want a show of hands, really, how many of you have been to a town council meeting in the past 3 months? How many of you have been to a county commissioner meeting in the past 3 months? This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Tell me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like in Sussex County, of all places. And they all have amazing things to say, many of them about things happening in your community right now. And I want you to remember, over the next year, 2 years, 4 years of this presidency, that we're fighting for our country, but we're fighting for our community too. This is our community, this is our country, and we will not be intimidated because some people think that a king can control this country. Last of all, I want you to all remember that this is a marathon, not a sprint. We have not just 4 years ahead of us, but a long haul ahead of us to build community and be with people who align with our values and protect people who align with our values. So everyone here has a responsibility. Look after each other, look after your community, and stay informed about your community. Thank you. The organizers of this event today. The next speaker is Brian Varela from the Morris County Democratic Caucus, Hispanic Democratic Caucus. Here he is.
Hey everyone, I am Brian Varela. I'm from the Morris County Hispanic Caucus. I'm also a member of Congress. Look, I'm a first-generation Hispanic American. I'm a father. I'm a small business owner, and I'm someone who very much like pretty much every person here has had to fight for everything in his life, right? And many of you, we're challenged by the economy, we're challenged by industry, right? But one of the things that I think has been great has been that we have been given the opportunity to show our resilience, which is exactly what we're doing today. Thank you all for coming out. So, why are we here? Because we have had enough. We have seen what Trumpism looks like. Trumpism looks like costs going up, not down. Trumpism looks like a complete disregard for the 3 branches of government. It looks like a complete lack of respect for the Constitution, and it looks like a commandeering of our universities and colleges.
Yeah.
And I've got news for you. All the good people in his party are not standing up to him. Not only are they not standing up to him, they're encouraging him. They are filing behind him because they are afraid of him. They're worried about their re-elections. They want to stay in power, and they've learned that if they want to stay in that position, they better do what he says.
Yeah.
Because you know what other weapon he has? An immigrant billionaire. Isn't that interesting how they're going after immigrants, but his closest ally is an immigrant himself?
Yeah.
Weird, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting how there's that double standard for his people, but forget everyone else. We're deporting everyone else. We're getting to the point where even naturalized citizens are at risk of deportation. And you know what? That is unacceptable.
Yeah.
The rest of his term, we will have more challenges. There are different things he's going to throw at us. Some will be darker than others. Some will be more evil than others. But the important thing is that we stand up, we keep fighting, we keep showing up to things like this. Because if we want better leaders, we need to become them. We are here because we have to. Because if we don't fight against Trump, no one else will. Thank you. And shout out to Bernie.
Before our last speaker, who I had the privilege of reading her speech ahead of time, it's good. It's good. I'm very excited for this. Angela Galucia is the Sussex County Education Association president. And she has done a lot of great work in the community. She really is standing up for the teachers union. She's standing up for everyone here, and she has a great message for you all. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not used to being on the microphone. Is this good enough? Am I loud enough? All right. So I'm just going to say, if you are interested in further events, NJ5051, that's NJ50501.com. Just go there. That's all of our socials. You'll see pictures from today. You'll see any future events that we do. We have an event going on in Trenton simultaneously with this one. I'm just the one that lives in Sussex County, so that's why I'm here. So without further ado, Angela Galucia.
What an amazing day, everybody. Look at this. Look at this crowd in Sussex County, New Jersey. We are not in ordinary times, friends. What we are witnessing is not just a policy shift. It is not politics as usual. This is a full-scale, calculated assault on everything that makes this nation a place worth fighting for. Let's start with our schools. The attempts to dismantle the U.S. Department of Education is not about giving power to parents. It's about erasing the federal promise that every child deserves a fair shot, regardless of zip code, race, ability, or income. We're back to a system where privilege dictates potential. This is not about freedom, it's about control. They are turning classrooms into battlegrounds, pushing vouchers that siphon public dollars into private pockets, turning learning into profit, our kids into data points. They're banning books, whitewashing history, and teaching fear instead of facts. They're not protecting children, they're protecting power. They threaten to withhold necessary funding for our schools if they impart the concepts of diversity, equity, and inclusion. They cause division among citizens by claiming DEI is discrimination against mediocre white men, and fail to mention that DEI includes ramps and sidewalk curb cuts, subtitles and captions, family restrooms, changing tables in men's rooms, breastfeeding pumps and pumping stations. Sorry about that. And a variety of accommodations with people with disabilities. They say autism is an epidemic and ruining families. They spread disinformation that lies based in no truth or science. They allow mass violence to occur on campuses across the country and respond prioritizing and preserving the Second Amendment while ignoring the First, the Fifth, the 14th, and the 19th. And they do that through legislation like the so-called SAVE Act, a law designated not to save, but to erase people whose names now differ from that on their birth certificate would not be able to register to vote. Not just initially, but if they moved or changed party. Let me be clear, this is not about securing the ballot box. This is about preventing married women who change their names and transgender people from voting in free and fair elections. And we say, not on our watch. Insurrection Act, a law that should be a last resort to protect the nation, now eyed as a tool to crush dissent, to send troops into the streets when people demand justice, to treat protesters like us, like enemies. Let me say this again, when leaders threaten to use the military against their own citizens, that is not democracy. That is dictatorship. The attacks do not stop there. They have decimated research and funding for chronic disease. They are trying to profit from our national parks. They are killing funding for museums and libraries. My friends, the time is now. Not next year, not the next election, now. Rise up, not with violence, but with the voices that shake the silence. Rise up with hearts that burn for justice, that hands ready to build a better world. Because while they distract us with culture wars, they are quietly robbing us blind. They're chipping away at Social Security, the promise we made to our elders, earned with a lifetime of labor. They want to strip it down, privatize it, funnel it to Wall Street's greedy hands, while our parents and grandparents choose between food and medicine. They want to cut Medicaid too. Not only does this deprive our senior citizens of necessary health care, but it targets a way too large group of economically disadvantaged citizens as well. Are only the elite entitled to medical treatment and medicine? No! They trample due process, turning justice into privilege instead of a right. They send our citizens like Kilmer Abrego Garcia into El Salvador Supermax prison. Bypassing judges, juries, and any shred of constitutional justice. No trial, no defense, just sentence, just silence. And then they want to use deportation as a punishment for dissent. They force women to give birth no matter the circumstance, but offer no health care, no paid leave, no safety net once that child enters the world. This is not about life. This is about control. They want to dictate who we are allowed to love. They want to erase identity. They want to turn back the clock on progress, rewrite the story of this nation, and pretend we won't fight back. But let me tell you, we are not powerless. We are the workers. We are the caregivers. We are the students, the educators, the nurses, the dreamers, the builders, the voters. We are the people. And we have something stronger than money. We have each other. We have truth. We have justice. Democracy is not a gift handed down from thrones or boardrooms. It is a promise kept only when we rise to defend it. The Constitution is not just paper. It is a living pledge written in struggle, signed in blood, and meant to be protected for every generation. So I say this, stand up for your neighbor. Stand up for your children. Stand up for the right to learn, to live, to breathe free, to be heard, no matter your race, your income, your status, or your story. They may have money, but we have numbers. They may write the laws, but we are the law when we unite. Because when the people rise, the ground shakes. When the people rise, walls fall. When the people fight, we win. So rise up, not tomorrow, not someday, but today. Rise up for your rights. Rise up for your future. Rise up for each other. Raise your voices. Lock arms with your neighbors. Do not back down. This is not about politics. This is about survival. This is about freedom. This is about us. Thank you. All right, everyone.
So from here on out, we're gonna go back to marching around now that we're kind of like pumped up, and then at the very end, at about 1:55, we're gonna come back here for closing remarks to talk about, okay, we did it, we showed up, what do we do now? What's next, right? What's next? So back to the march! All right. Is everybody here in the middle of the green? Can everybody hear me? All right, good. Gonna have to use my big voice. So thank you everyone for coming out. I'm so glad we could make this happen. I never in a million years would have dreamed that like 100. I was like, wow, that's a really good turnout. I think this is a lot more than 100. And I am so thankful and grateful to everyone, because I think that people in Sussex County really needed to see this. Right? Because everybody, Sussex County is like, oh, that forgotten red county, nobody wants to live there. We're here. They're not alone. Right? This is a safe place. We can make it a safe place. So what's next? So the next mass mobilization date for the country, the national movement, is going to be May Day. May 1st, May 3rd. Some events, the main day is going to be May 1st, but a lot of places are holding it on May 3rd, which is a Saturday, because a Saturday works a lot better for people to be able to have a huge turnout. But there will be events on both days. So if you want more information on that, we still have the sign-up sheet as you're leaving. You can drop your name, or you can just go to NJ 50501. 50 states, 50 capitals, one movement, one nation. This is our home. So we actually have somebody who volunteered. Hold on. See, I wrote her name down. No, your name is important. Okay, this is Allison Bolshoi. She's an opera singer. And so as we leave, she's going to sing us a patriotic song, because that's what we are. We are patriots, right? So we will be back, right? So as you leave, I want you to listen to this song, and I want you to really feel it, because that's what America is. We are the people. All right? Thank you, everybody, for coming.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet
Follow Blue Eye Media for exclusive insights and breaking news sources from global-friendly outlets that you won't get from the mainstream TV and radio outlets of America. Learn how to play the flute of the globe and learn the real truth.